Before we begin, please note that the information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional financial or legal advice. The real estate market and technology are constantly changing, and you should always conduct your own due diligence and consult with qualified professionals before making any business decisions. Your results may vary based on your effort, market conditions, and other factors beyond our control. It's 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night. You're staring at a spreadsheet of cold, dead leads you paid way too much for. You spent the entire day calling, texting, and emailing only to get 3 wrong numbers, 2 people who told you to never call again, and 1 person who said they might be interested in selling in 2027. Your last open house had more nosy neighbors than actual buyers. You're posting on social media, but it feels like you're shouting into a void. You look at the top producers in your brokerage, the ones who seem to close deals effortlessly, and you think to yourself, what is their secret? What do they know that I don't? I'm going to tell you their secret. And it has nothing to do with having a bigger budget, a better sphere of influence, or working 100 hours a week. Their secret is that they're not playing the same game as you. While you're hunting for clients with a slingshot, they're using laser-guided missiles. While you're manually digging for gold, they have a machine that tells them exactly where the treasure is buried. That machine, that secret weapon, is artificial intelligence. And by the end of this presentation, you will have the exact playbook to use it to fundamentally change your real estate career forever. Forget everything you think you know about being a real estate agent. The old rules are dead. The days of door knocking, cold calling a phone book, and just waiting for your Zillow leads to come in are over. That's the equivalent of a taxi driver in 2024 refusing to use a GPS. You might eventually get to your destination, but you'll be late, you'll be stressed, and you'll be broke, because the competition who embraced the new technology is already on to their 5th fare of the day. The problem isn't your work ethic. It's your toolbox. You're working harder than ever, but your tools are outdated. You're competing in the digital age with an analog strategy, and that's why you feel like you're spinning your wheels. But what if you could change that? What if, instead of guessing who might sell their house, you had a system that told you with 85% accuracy which homeowners in your zip code are most likely to list in the next 90 days? What if you could write a property description so compelling, so emotionally resonant, that it practically sells the house before anyone even steps foot inside? And you could write it in 30 seconds. What if you could have a smart assistant that follows up with every single lead you get 24/7, nurturing them with personalized messages until they are ready to talk to you, so you only spend your time on the phone with people who are pre-qualified and eager to work with you? This isn't science fiction. This is what AI is doing for real estate agents right now. This is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new agent or a 20-year veteran. AI can give you an immediate, almost unfair advantage over your competition. This video is your roadmap. We are going to break down step by step the exact AI tools and strategies you can implement today to find more qualified leads, convert them at a higher rate, and automate the grunt work so you can focus on what you do best, building relationships and closing deals. And let's clear the air right now. You do not need to be a tech genius. You don't need a degree in computer science. If you can use Facebook, if you can send an email, you can use these tools. Most of them are designed to be incredibly user-friendly, and many of them cost less than what you're probably spending on a single month of those dead-end leads. So let's start with the single biggest challenge for every agent: finding motivated sellers. For decades, our approach has been a numbers game. We buy a list of addresses, send out thousands of postcards, and pray that 1 or 2 people are thinking about selling. It's expensive, it's inefficient, and the return on investment is abysmal. AI completely flips this model on its head with something called predictive analytics. Think of it like a crystal ball for your local market. Instead of just giving you a list of names, AI platforms analyze hundreds, even thousands of data points for every single property in your area. They look at things like how long the owner has lived there, the current loan-to-value ratio, the owner's age, their social media activity, local market trends, if they've recently had a change in marital status or family size, even if they've been searching online for moving companies or larger homes in another state. The AI takes all this data you could never possibly gather on your own, and it runs it through a complex algorithm. The output is pure gold. A highly targeted, laser-focused list of homeowners who are exhibiting the exact patterns of behavior as people who have sold their homes in the past. It's the difference between fishing with a giant net in the middle of the ocean hoping to catch a tuna, versus having a sonar system that pings the exact location of a massive school of them. You're no longer guessing. You're operating with data-driven certainty. Let me tell you about Sarah. a realtor from Austin, Texas. Sarah was 6 months into her career and on the verge of quitting. She'd spent her life savings on coaching programs and lead generation services, and had closed exactly one deal, her cousin's condo. She was burnt out and defeated. She heard about a predictive analytics tool and, as a last-ditch effort, signed up for a free trial. Instead of a list of 5,000 random homeowners, the AI gave her a list of just 75. These were the 75 homeowners in her farm area who were flagged as having the highest probability of selling within the next 6 months. She focused all her energy, all her budget, on just these 75 homes. She didn't just send a generic postcard. She used another AI tool to research each homeowner, find a personal connection. Maybe they went to the same college, or both owned golden retrievers, and she wrote a personal handwritten letter. On her 8th letter, she got a call. It was a couple, the Johnsons. Their kids had just gone off to college, they were officially empty nesters, and they had been quietly talking about downsizing for weeks. They were amazed she had reached out. They said it felt like she was reading their minds. Sarah listed their home, sold it in a weekend for over asking price, and got a referral from them that led to another listing. That one AI-generated list didn't just save her career, it launched it. Within a year, Sarah was in the top 10% of her brokerage. She wasn't working harder. She was working smarter. She stopped hunting for clients and started acting like a doctor, precisely diagnosing a need and presenting the perfect cure. This is the power we're talking about. It's about surgical precision, not shotgun marketing. It's about leveraging data to start a conversation with someone at the exact moment they need you. So when you reach out, it doesn't feel like a cold call. Feels like fate. So what are these tools? How do you get access to this crystal ball? And most importantly, how do you use it without it feeling creepy or invasive? That's the critical next step. Because using this data is one thing, but using it correctly, ethically, and effectively is what separates the amateurs from the AI-powered top producers. And there's a massive mistake that agents make when they first get their hands on a list like this. A mistake that can get their emails marked as spam and their phone numbers blocked forever. Before you even think about signing up for one of these services, you absolutely must understand this one psychological principle. The principle of the unsolicited intrusion. Think about it. When a stranger knocks on your door at dinner time, what's your first reaction? It's not excitement. It's not curiosity. It's suspicion. Your guard goes up. Your brain's ancient defense mechanisms kick in, screaming, threat, interruption, salesperson. You're not thinking, wow, I wonder what incredible opportunity this person is bringing me. You're thinking, how do I get this person off my porch as quickly as possible so I can get back to my family and my lasagna? That cold knock on the door is exactly what you're doing when you buy a list and start cold calling or mass emailing. You are the unsolicited intrusion. You are the dinner time pest. It doesn't matter if you have the best intentions, the most incredible deal, or the perfect house for them. You violated a fundamental social contract. You showed up uninvited. And this is where 99% of realtors using so-called AI lead lists go catastrophically wrong. They take a 21st century tool, artificial intelligence, and they apply a 20th century strategy to it. They're using a scalpel to hammer a nail. They think the AI's magic is in finding the phone number. But the real magic, the secret that top 1% agents are just now figuring out, is that AI's true power isn't in finding a contact. It's in earning the right to use it. Let me tell you a story about two realtors. Let's call them Brenda and Mark. Both are smart, hardworking, and hungry for more clients. They both decide to invest in an AI-powered lead generation service that promises to identify homeowners who are highly likely to sell in the next 6 to 12 months. Brenda gets her first list. It's a spreadsheet with 200 names, phone numbers, and addresses in her target zip code. She's ecstatic. This is a gold mine. She fires up her CRM, loads in the numbers, and starts her power dialing session. The first call goes to voicemail. The second, a man picks up and immediately says, "How did you get my number?" before hanging up. The third is a disconnected line. For the next 3 hours, Brenda faces a tidal wave of rejection. She gets yelled at, she gets called a scammer, and the few people who actually listen for more than 10 seconds are dismissive and annoyed. She switches to email. She drafts a friendly, professional message introducing herself and offering a free home valuation. She bulk sends it to all 200 contacts. The result? A 7% open rate, a 0.5% click-through rate, and 12 spam complaints that get her email domain flagged. By the end of the week, Brenda has spent over 20 hours prospecting this goldmine list and has generated exactly 0 qualified leads. She feels defeated, demoralized, and starts thinking, maybe I'm just not cut out for sales. Now let's look at Mark. Mark gets the exact same list of 200 names from the exact same AI service. But Mark understands the principle of the unsolicited intrusion. He knows that this list isn't a list of leads. It's a list of suspects. It's a list of people who haven't given him permission to enter their world. So he doesn't pick up the phone. He doesn't open his email client. Instead, he opens a different tool. He feeds the list of 200 addresses into an AI-powered data enrichment platform. Within minutes, the AI cross-references these addresses with terabytes of publicly available data. It pulls property records, tax assessments, school district data, local zoning laws, recent building permits filed in the area, and even demographic shifts in the neighborhood. Now Mark's spreadsheet is no longer just names and numbers. It's a rich tapestry of information. He sees clusters of homeowners. For example, he spots a group of 15 homes in a specific subdivision, all built around the same time, all with original roofs that are now reaching the end of their 25-year lifespan. He sees another cluster of homes zoned for a middle school that just received a huge academic award, making it a magnet for families. He sees a third group of empty nesters in large 2-story homes in neighborhoods where smaller 1-level condos are being built. Mark still doesn't call anyone. Next, he takes these insights and goes to a generative AI like ChatGPT 4 or Claude. He doesn't just say, "Write me an email." He gives it a specific strategic prompt. For the homeowners with the aging roofs, he prompts the AI, "Act as a world-class real estate advisor specializing in helping homeowners maximize their property value before a sale. Write a short, incredibly helpful 1-page PDF guide titled The Roof to Riches Secret. How a new roof can add over $25,000 to your home's sale price in the Northwood neighborhood. Use the latest local cost versus value data for our region. Include a list of 3 highly rated local roofing contractors." The tone should be helpful and advisory, not sleazy. For the families near the award-winning school, he has the AI create a different guide, the A+ Move, a complete guide to the Lincoln Middle School District, including property value trends and family-friendly amenities. For the empty nesters, he commissions a third piece of value, the right-sizing revolution, a financial checklist for downsizing your home in your 50s and 60s. He now has 3 hyper-relevant, incredibly valuable assets that solve a specific potential problem for these specific groups of people. He didn't create a generic free home valuation offer. He created a targeted solution. This is the crucial difference. Brenda asked, "What can I get from them?" Mark asked, "What can I give to them?" Now, and only now, does Mark think about outreach. But he's still not going to cold call them. He uses another AI-powered tool to run a hyper-targeted digital ad campaign. He uploads his custom audiences, the 15 aging roof homes, the 25 homes in the hot school district, and runs ads on platforms like Facebook and Google that only show up for those specific households. The ad doesn't say, "Work with me." It says, "Thinking about your roof? Download our free guide on how a replacement can boost your home's value by $25,000. The result? People from the list see these ads. It doesn't feel like an intrusion. It feels like serendipity. It feels like the internet is reading their mind. They're already worried about their roof, or excited about the school, or stressed about downsizing. Mark's ad isn't a sales pitch. It's a solution that appears at the exact moment they're feeling the problem. They click. They download the guide. They give Mark their email address willingly, in exchange for the value he created. They have given him permission. Brenda tried to kick the door down. Mark waited for them to open it and invite him in. Over the next 2 weeks, Mark's system generates 18 warm, inbound leads. These aren't people he has to chase. These are people who downloaded his material, consumed his expertise, and then reached out to him to ask a question or request a consultation. The dynamic is completely flipped. He isn't the pest on the porch. He's the trusted advisor they sought out. He's not a salesperson. He's an expert. By the end of the month, he has 2 new listings from that original list of 200 suspects, while Brenda has nothing but a bruised ego and a damaged sender reputation. The psychological principle is this: you must trade value for attention. AI's role isn't to help you interrupt more people more efficiently. It's to help you understand who to help, how to help them, and how to deliver that help at the perfect moment at scale. It transforms prospecting from a brute force act of hunting into a sophisticated strategic act of farming. You're not chasing clients. You're cultivating a garden of value that attracts them to you. This is the fundamental mindset shift you have to make. Stop thinking about AI as a way to get a better list of phone numbers to cold call. Start thinking of AI as your secret weapon for creating and delivering irresistible value before you ever ask for anything in return. So how, specifically, do you build a system like Mark's? How do you find the right data? What are the exact AI tools and prompts you need to use to create this kind of hyper-targeted value? It sounds complex, maybe even expensive, but the truth is you can start building this entire client attraction machine using 3 core AI systems. And the first one is a tool you likely already use every single day, you're just using it wrong. That first system is the advertising and content algorithm built into Meta, the company that runs Facebook and Instagram. Now I know what you're thinking. Social media? That's the big secret. And you're right to be skeptical because 99% of realtors are using it completely backward. They treat Facebook like a digital bullhorn. They shout into the void. Just listed. Just sold. Under contract. They post a picture of a smiling couple with a giant key. And the only people who like it are their mom, their broker, and 3 other realtors from their office. This is not a client acquisition strategy. This is a digital diary of your accomplishments that annoys your friends and does absolutely nothing to attract new business. The fundamental mistake is seeing social media as a billboard. It's not. It's a hyper-intelligent, artificially intelligent bloodhound. And right now, you're not giving it any scent to track. To make this AI work for you, you have to stop broadcasting and start narrowcasting. You have to stop shouting and start whispering the exact right secrets into the exact right ears. And the way you do that is by training the algorithm. You have to consciously and deliberately teach the AI who your perfect client is so it can go out and find more of them for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while you sleep. So how do you train it? It's a 2-step process. First, you define the scent. Second, you create the bait. Let's start with the scent. This is your ideal client profile, but we have to go so much deeper than the demographics you put on a postcard mailer. Homeowners in the 90210 zip code is not a scent. It's a statistic. An AI bloodhound can't track a statistic. It needs to track a problem. It needs to track a desire. It needs to track a fear. You need to get inside the mind of your future client so deeply that you understand their unspoken questions better than they do. Instead of first-time homebuyers, think about the actual person. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah is 31. She's a marketing manager. She's renting an overpriced apartment with her partner, and they just got a dog. What are her real problems? She's terrified of rising interest rates. She hears horror stories from her friends about losing bidding wars. She has no idea how to even get pre-approved for a mortgage, and the thought of coming up with a down payment makes her break out in a cold sweat. Her desire isn't just a house. It's a backyard for the dog. It's a home office so she can stop taking Zoom calls from her bedroom. It's a sense of stability in a chaotic world. That is the scent. The fear, the confusion, the aspiration. Or maybe your ideal client is a downsizer. Let's call him David. David is 62. The kids are long gone. The 5-bedroom house is empty and dusty. And the property taxes are suffocating him. His fear. That he's waited too long and the market is about to crash. That he won't get enough money for his house to fund his retirement. He's overwhelmed by the thought of decluttering 30 years of stuff. His desire. Simplicity. A smaller, manageable home and a big fat check in his bank account so he can finally go on that Alaskan cruise. That is the scent. Once you have that scent defined with painful emotional clarity, you move to step 2. You create the bait. This is where you stop posting "just sold" and start posting solutions. Your content is the bait. Every video you make, every article you write, every post you create should be a direct answer to one of your ideal client's secret questions or fears. For Sarah, the first-time buyer, you don't post a new listing. You create a 90-second video titled, 3 Ways to Buy a Home in This Market with Less Than a 20% Down Payment. Or a simple text post, Worried about bidding wars? Here's the escalation clause strategy that's helping my clients win. You're not selling a house. You're selling clarity. You're selling confidence. For David, the downsizer, you don't post about your latest award. You create a short guide titled, The Downsizer's Dilemma. The top 5 things to renovate before selling for maximum profit. Or a video interview with a professional organizer titled, How to Declutter 30 Years of Memories Without Losing Your Mind. You're not selling your services. You're selling a solution to their biggest headache. Now, here is where the AI magic happens. When Sarah, or someone just like her, stops scrolling through cat videos and actually watches 75% of your video about down payment assistance, she is sending a lightning bolt signal to the Meta algorithm. She is digitally raising her hand and telling the AI, "I am interested in this. This problem is relevant to me." The AI sees that. It logs it, and it immediately starts looking for other people in your city who share thousands of invisible data points with Sarah. It looks for people with similar search histories, similar online behaviors, similar demographics, and it puts your content in front of them. You've stopped being a realtor shouting about a sale. You've become a trusted advisor providing value, and the most powerful matching engine ever created is now your free, personal marketing assistant, finding you more Sarahs and more Davids. This is how you use content to train the organic algorithm. But then we pour gasoline on the fire. We move from organic reach to the hyper-targeted power of AI-driven advertising. And I'm not talking about hitting that blue boost post button. Boosting a post is like throwing a handful of flyers out of a moving car. Using the Facebook Ads Manager is like having a special forces sniper deliver your message directly to the person who needs to see it most. This is where you unlock the truly mind-blowing tools. Inside the Ads Manager, you can create what's called a custom audience. You can tell Facebook, "Hey, create a list of every single person who watched more than half of my video about down payment assistance in the last 90 days. Now you have a hot list. A list of people who have, through their own actions, identified themselves as potential clients." But then it gets even better. You take that hot list and you use an AI tool called a lookalike audience. You hand that list to the AI and say, "This is my perfect client. These 100 people are pure gold. Now go and analyze every single thing about them. Then search through all 200 million users in the United States and build me a new audience of 1 million people who are the most similar to my perfect clients." The AI goes to work. In minutes, it analyzes thousands of data points, interests, behaviors, purchase history, location data, and it delivers you a fresh, cold audience that is statistically predisposed to be interested in what you have to say. It's like cloning your best customers. You can now run ads directly to this lookalike audience, introducing them to your valuable content, knowing with a high degree of certainty that you're fishing in the most crowded part of the lake. This is the system. You create value-based content that solves your ideal client's specific problems. This trains the organic algorithm to find more people like them. Then, you use the AI-powered ad platform to take your most engaged viewers and create massive cloned audiences of potential clients. You stop chasing leads. You stop buying Zillow's leftover scraps. You create a gravitational pull. You build an automated system that identifies, educates, and nurtures your perfect client, bringing them to you when they are ready to act. You become the signal in the noise. This is the foundation. It's the engine that attracts opportunity from the vast, chaotic world of the internet. But once that engine is running, once the leads start flowing in, you face a new problem. How do you manage it all? How do you nurture 10, 50, or 100 new potential clients without letting anyone fall through the cracks and without working 80 hours a week? Attracting the lead is only step one. Capturing and converting it is a whole different ballgame, and it requires our second core AI system, the AI Conversion Assistant. Think of this as your digital inside sales agent, an agent that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never sleeps, never takes a vacation, and responds to every single new lead within 5 seconds. Not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Because in the world of online leads, the difference between 5 seconds and 5 minutes is the difference between a commission check and a dead end. Let's be brutally honest for a moment. The biggest hole in nearly every realtor's business isn't a lack of leads. It's the gap between the moment a lead expresses interest and the moment you, a human, actually engage with them in a meaningful way. A lead comes in from your Facebook ad at 10 p.m. while you're finally sitting down with your family. A Zillow inquiry pops up while you're in the middle of a showing. A website registration arrives while you're at the closing table for another client. By the time you get to them, they've already talked to 3 other agents, or their initial excitement has completely evaporated. They've gone cold. This is the multi-million-dollar leaky bucket that plagues our industry. Traditional CRMs try to solve this with automated emails. "Thanks for your interest. A member of our team will be in touch shortly." That email is the kiss of death. It's impersonal, it's robotic, and it screams, "You are in a queue." The modern consumer, conditioned by Amazon and Uber, expects instant, personalized interaction. The AI Conversion Assistant is built to deliver exactly that. So how does it actually work? Let's walk through a scenario. It's 1:15 in the morning. A potential buyer, let's call her Sarah, is scrolling through Zillow on her phone. She can't sleep, worried about rising interest rates. She sees your AI-generated ad on social media for a market report titled 5 Strategies for Buying a Home in a High-Rate Environment. She clicks, enters her name, email, and phone number to get the free download. The old way. Your CRM sends her that generic "thanks for your interest" email. You see the lead when you wake up at 6 a.m., but you're rushing to get the kids to school. You finally call her at 9:30 a.m. Goes to voicemail. You leave a message. You try again in the afternoon. Voicemail. You send a text. No reply. Sarah's gone. She's already been talking to a mortgage broker her friend recommended, and he connected her with another agent who answered his phone at 8 a.m. You lost. Now let's run that same scenario with your AI conversion assistant in place. 1:15 a.m. Sarah enters her info. 5 seconds later, her phone buzzes with a text message. It's not from a weird short code number. It's from a local number, your number. The text says, "Hey Sarah, it's Mike. I just sent over that market report you requested. Hope you find it helpful. Quick question while it's on my mind. Are you thinking of making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Or just starting to explore your options?" Sarah is stunned. It's 1:15 a.m. She replies, "Wow, you're up late. Just starting to explore for now. Feeling a bit overwhelmed by the market." Instantly the AI replies, "I completely get that. It's a confusing market right now, but there are still some great opportunities. My goal is just to be a helpful resource for you. Would it be okay if I sent you a list of newly listed 3-bedroom homes in the Northwood area each Friday? No pressure at all, just so you can keep a pulse on things." Sarah replies, "Yeah, that would actually be great. Thanks. What just happened here? You, the realtor, were sound asleep, but your AI assistant just captured a lead, built initial rapport, overcame an objection, established you as a helpful authority, and set up a long-term nurture plan. It didn't try to force an appointment. It met Sarah where she was. For the next 8 weeks, your AI will have a slow drip, intelligent conversation with Sarah. It will send her the weekly list as promised. It might send a text in week 3 saying, "Hey Sarah, saw this article about the new park opening in Northwood and thought of you." In week 6 it might ask, "Hey Sarah, just checking in. Have any of the homes I've sent over caught your eye? Or are we still looking for that perfect one?" All of this is happening automatically, with hundreds of leads simultaneously. The AI is sifting, sorting, and qualifying. It's having thousands of these human-like text conversations, intelligently responding based on what the lead says, and nurturing them from just browsing to ready to transact. Then one Tuesday afternoon, Sarah texts back, "Actually, the one on Elm Street looks amazing. We just got our pre-approval letter from the bank. Is there any chance we could see it this weekend?" This is the magic moment. The AI recognizes these trigger words: pre-approval, see it this weekend. It knows this lead has just turned from cold to scorching hot. Instantly, your phone buzzes. You get a notification from your AI assistant. It doesn't just say "new lead." It says, "Hot lead handoff. Sarah Miller, pre-approved, wants to see 123 Elm Street this Saturday. Here is the entire 8-week conversation history. She is ready to buy. Call her now." You now have everything you need. You call Sarah, but it's not a cold call. It's the warmest call you will ever make. You say, "Hey Sarah, it's Mike. My assistant let me know you were pre-approved, congratulations. And that you want to see the Elm Street house. I have the entire conversation history here. I see you're looking for something with a big backyard for your dog. This place is perfect. I can get us in Saturday at 11 a.m. Would that work?" You are no longer a salesperson. You are a problem solver and order taker. You're the expert she has been talking to for 2 months. This is the fundamental shift. You stop spending 80% of your time chasing down and trying to qualify cold, unresponsive leads. The AI does the heavy lifting. It acts as your tireless prospector, nurturing an entire pipeline of future clients. Your time is now spent on the 20% of activities that actually make you money, going on qualified appointments, negotiating contracts, and closing deals. You're not just working smarter. You're working exponentially more effectively. You can handle 10, 50, or 200 new leads a month with the same calm professional efficiency because the system is doing the work. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds impersonal. I build my business on personal relationships. And you're right. But what's more impersonal? An intelligent, helpful AI that engages someone instantly and nurtures them until they're ready for you? or a lead form that goes into a black hole for 12 hours, followed by a desperate game of phone tag? The AI isn't replacing the personal relationship. It's the bridge to a better, more qualified personal relationship. It ensures you're only spending your precious personal time with the people who are actually ready to talk. This isn't some far-off future technology. These systems exist right now, and they are becoming shockingly affordable and easy to integrate. They plug into your Zillow leads, your website leads, your Facebook leads, any source you have. They become the central brain of your follow-up, ensuring that not a single opportunity, not one single person who raises their hand, ever falls through the cracks again. By combining the AI content machine from our last part with this AI conversion assistant, you've created a powerful automated system for attracting clients and turning them into appointments. You have a machine that generates attention and a machine that converts that attention into conversations. This alone will put you in the top 5% of agents in your market. But what if you could take it one giant leap further? What if you didn't have to wait for people to find your ad or your website? What if you could use AI to look at your entire farm area, your entire city, and predict with stunning accuracy which homeowners are most likely to sell their house in the next 6 to 12 months, before they've even thought about calling a realtor? That's not science fiction. That's predictive analytics, and it's the third AI system that separates the top 1% from everyone else. Imagine a giant, invisible web of data stretched across your entire city. Every thread in this web is a tiny piece of information: a marriage license filed at the county courthouse, a birth announcement in a local online forum, a LinkedIn profile updated with a new job title, Senior Vice President, a search query typed into Google, Best Elementary Schools in Northwood, a permit pulled for a minor home renovation that was suddenly abandoned. Individually, these threads are meaningless noise. A realtor could spend a lifetime trying to track them and would never see the full picture. But an AI doesn't see individual threads. It sees the entire web. It sees the patterns. It sees where the threads are clustering, tightening, and vibrating with an unmistakable signal. A family is about to outgrow its home. This is the power of predictive analytics. It's not a crystal ball. It's a probability engine. It sifts through billions of data points, public records, consumer purchasing data, social media trends, and online search behavior to calculate a propensity to sell score for every single household in your farm area. Let's make this real. Let's talk about the Millers. They live at 123 Maple Street. To you, they're just a name on a tax roll. A 3-bed, 2-bath ranch you might send a postcard to twice a year. But to a predictive analytics AI, the Millers are a living, breathing story that's rapidly approaching its next chapter. 3 years ago, the AI flagged their marriage. Public record. A minor data point, but the story begins. 2 years ago, it noted a significant increase in online purchases for baby-related items from retailers like Pottery Barn Kids and Target, cross-referenced with social media posts from friends congratulating them on their new baby boy. The family grew. 18 months ago, Mr. Miller updated his LinkedIn. He got a promotion and a 25% pay bump. This data is often sold by data brokers. Their income just jumped. Their borrowing power increased. 6 months ago, the AI detected a shift in their online behavior. The Millers started spending a lot of time on sites like greatschools.org. Their search queries changed from best parks for toddlers to homes for sale in top-rated school districts. They're not just browsing Zillow. They're researching the foundational reason people move: a better life for their kids. Then the final pieces of the puzzle fall into place. The AI notes that their current mortgage, taken out 5 years ago, is now at a point where they have significant equity built up. Public property data. It also sees from consumer credit data that they just paid off their last student loan. Their debt-to-income ratio has never been better. The AI takes all of this: the marriage, the new baby, the income jump, the school searches, the home equity, the decreased debt, and it runs it through its algorithm. It compares the Millers' pattern to the patterns of millions of other families who have sold their homes in the past, and it spits out a score. Let's say the score is 92. That number means that based on all available data, the Millers are in the top 8% of households in their area most likely to list their home for sale within the next 6 months. Now, what do you, the realtor, do with this information? The old way was to buy a list of names and addresses and blast out 5,000 generic postcards that say, "Thinking of selling? Call me." 99% of those postcards go straight into the recycling bin. It's expensive, it's inefficient, and it's like fishing with a giant net in the middle of a desert, hoping a fish just happens to be walking by. The new way, the AI-powered way, is surgical. You don't need to mail 5,000 postcards. You only need to focus on the 50 or 100 households like the Millers who have a score over, say, 85. Your marketing budget, which was once spread thin and wasted, is now laser-focused on the people who are not just able to move, but are actively thinking about it. But it gets even better, because the AI doesn't just give you a name and a score. It gives you the why. It tells you why the Millers scored a 92. They have a young child. They're searching for better schools. Their income has increased. So you don't send a generic postcard. You craft a message that speaks directly to their unspoken needs. You don't lead with "call me to sell your house." You lead with value. Imagine sending a highly targeted digital ad or a personalized letter that says something like, "As a real estate specialist in our community, I help families navigate the transition from their first home to their forever home. Many families in the Maple Street area with young children are finding incredible value in top-tier schools just a few miles away in the Oak Ridge community. I've prepared a special report on the top 5 family-friendly neighborhoods with A-rated schools. Would you be interested in a complimentary copy?" Do you see the difference? It's monumental. You've gone from a generic salesperson shouting into the void to a trusted advisor offering a solution to a problem they are just now beginning to grapple with. You're not asking for their business. You're offering them help. You are entering the conversation they are already having in their own heads. And you are doing it weeks or even months before they ever think to click the Find an Agent button on a major portal. By the time they are ready to interview realtors, you're not just one of the options. You're the only option. You're the expert who understood their needs before they even fully articulated them. These predictive analytics platforms exist right now. Companies like SmartZip, Revaluate, and others provide this service. They are the secret weapon that top-producing agents are using to dominate their markets. While their competition is spending a fortune on billboard ads and grocery cart sponsorships, these agents are quietly and efficiently targeting the exact households that are ready to make a move. They're not working harder. They're working smarter. They've replaced the shotgun with a sniper rifle. This isn't about some creepy Big Brother surveillance. Most of this data is public or is data that people have voluntarily shared. All the AI is doing is connecting the dots in a way no human ever could. It's finding the signal in the noise. It's identifying the opportunity before it becomes obvious. So we've used AI to automate our lead follow-up. We've used it to craft perfect property descriptions that sell homes faster. And now we've used it to look into the future and identify our next clients before they even know they are our clients. We've found the Millers. We know they're a perfect candidate. We've even crafted the perfect, value-driven message to get their attention. But here's the next multi-million-dollar question. How do we deliver that message? In a world where everyone is drowning in emails, text messages, and social media notifications, how do you ensure your perfectly crafted message actually gets seen? How do you build a system that automatically nurtures the Millers from a cold lead into a hot, inbound phone call, without you having to lift a finger? Identifying the target is one thing, but creating an automated, personalized communication journey that makes them feel like you're the only realtor in the world, that's the fourth and perhaps most powerful AI system of all. This is where the average agent system breaks down, and where a top 1% producer system begins. It's a system designed to orchestrate conversations with hundreds, even thousands of potential clients simultaneously, without ever sounding robotic. In fact, it's designed to do the opposite, to sound more human, more attentive, and more relevant than any agent could ever be on their own. Let's be brutally honest about the traditional follow-up process. It's a nightmare. You get a new lead from Zillow or your website. You call. You email. Maybe you send a text. They don't respond. What happens next? You put them on a generic email drip campaign, one you probably bought from a marketing guru 5 years ago. It sends them a happy Thanksgiving email in November, and a tips for spring cleaning email in April. Meanwhile, that lead, let's call him David, is getting bombarded. Your generic email lands in his inbox right next to a nearly identical one from 3 other realtors. He doesn't open it. He archives it. Or worse, he hits spam. In his mind, you're not a person. You're just noise. A digital ghost haunting his promotions tab. After a few months, your CRM reminds you to follow up with David. You look at his record. No opens, no clicks, no replies. You sigh, mark him as a cold lead. And he's sent to the lead graveyard. A massive, ever-growing list of missed opportunities in your spreadsheet that you're too afraid to delete but too busy to ever properly revive. Sound familiar? That entire soul-crushing process is built on a foundation of hope and manual labor. You hope they open the email. You hope your generic message lands at the right time. And the manual labor required to do anything more personal for hundreds of leads is simply impossible. The fourth AI system, the AI Nurture Engine, burns that old playbook to the ground. It operates on a completely different principle. It doesn't just broadcast, it listens. It doesn't just follow a script, it adapts. It's not a megaphone, it's a personal concierge. Here's how it works. This system integrates with the previous three we've discussed. It takes the ideal client profile from System 1, the lead generation data from System 2, and the predictive analytics from System 3. It then builds a dynamic living profile for every single lead in your database. It knows their name, the last house they viewed, their likely budget, the neighborhood they're interested in, and the probability of them transacting in the next 90 days. But it goes deeper. It connects to public data streams. It might see that the lead, David, just posted on LinkedIn about a promotion at his company, or that he and his wife just announced on Facebook they're expecting their first child. Now, compare the old way to the new way. Old way. David gets a generic email that says, "Hi, first name. Just checking in to see if you're still in the market for a home." Delete. New AI-powered way. The AI Nurture Engine sees the news about the new baby. It cross-references this with their property search history, which was focused on two-bedroom condos downtown. The system immediately flags a conflict. A two-bedroom condo is no longer the right fit. The lead's needs have fundamentally changed. The AI doesn't send a generic checking in email. Instead, it orchestrates a multi-step, hyper-personalized campaign. First, an email goes out. The subject line isn't checking in. It's congratulations and a thought for your growing family. The body of the email, written by a generative AI that has analyzed your personal tone of voice from past emails, sounds exactly like you. It might say, "Hi David, I saw the wonderful news on social media. A huge congratulations to you and your wife. I know you were previously looking at condos downtown, but as your family grows, your needs might be changing. I put together a quick, no-pressure look at some three-bedroom homes in the Northwood neighborhood, which has some of the best-rated elementary schools in the state. Just thought you might find it helpful." This isn't a sales pitch. It's a thoughtful, relevant, and incredibly timely piece of communication. It shows you're paying attention. It shows you understand his life, not just his Zillow clicks. David opens the email. He's impressed. He clicks the link to see the homes in Northwood. The AI Nurture Engine registers that click instantly. This is the critical moment. The old drip campaign would just continue on its pre-programmed path, probably sending a market update email 3 days later. But the AI system adapts in real time. It sees the click as a signal of high intent. So 24 hours later, it sends a text message, not an email, a text, because it knows a text has a 98% open rate. The text says, "Hey David, it's your name. Hope you found the list of Northwood homes helpful. The one on Maple Avenue just had a price reduction this morning. Let me know if a quick 15-minute virtual tour would be helpful this week." Notice the psychology. It's low friction. It's high value. It's a helpful offer, not a demand for a call. Let's say David replies, "Yeah, a virtual tour could be cool." The AI system now does something that feels like magic. It parses his reply, understands the positive intent, and immediately sends you, the agent, a notification on your phone. But it's not just a notification. It's a full briefing. It says, "Hot lead David Miller. He is interested in a virtual tour of 123 Maple Avenue. Key facts. He and his wife are expecting. His budget is estimated at $650,000. He just got a promotion at company name. His primary concern has shifted from downtown nightlife to good schools. Call him in the next 10 minutes. Here is a suggested opening line. Hey David, got your text. So excited for you guys. The backyard at the Maple Avenue house would be perfect for a swing set." You see what just happened? The AI did all the heavy lifting. It identified the lead, monitored their life changes, initiated a personalized conversation, adapted its strategy based on their engagement, and then teed up the perfect, high-value phone call for you. It transformed a cold lead from 6 months ago into a red-hot opportunity, and all you had to do was make the final human connection. You went from being a digital pest to a mind-reading consultant. Now multiply this by 1,000. Imagine this level of personalized, adaptive nurturing happening for every single person in your database. The couple who is a year away from being empty nesters, they're getting content about downsizing and the benefits of a single-story home. The young investor who inquired about a duplex 2 years ago? They're getting automatic updates on multifamily inventory and cash flow analysis for new listings in their target area. This system never sleeps. It never forgets. It never gets tired or sends the wrong email to the wrong person. It turns your database from a static list of names into a dynamic farm of future clients, constantly tilling the soil, planting seeds, and watering them until they are ready for harvest. It solves the single biggest problem in real estate: the fact that 90% of a lead's journey happens before they're ever ready to talk to an agent. The AI nurture engine ensures that when they are finally ready, you are the only person they think of calling. This isn't about replacing the realtor. It's about augmenting the realtor. It's about taking the 80% of your time you spend on low-level, repetitive follow-up and automating it with surgical precision, freeing you up to do the 20% that actually matters: building relationships, negotiating deals, and closing transactions. The lead graveyard is closed for business. In its place is a thriving ecosystem of potential, managed by an intelligence that knows exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to say it to turn a casual browser into your next commission check. Now, having a system that can talk to your clients is one thing. But what do you actually say? What content do you send them? How do you create hundreds of hyperlocal, relevant videos, blog posts, and social media updates without hiring a full-time marketing agency? That's where the fifth AI system comes in. The AI content creator, a machine that can turn you into a local marketing celebrity, seemingly overnight. Let's be honest. The phrase "content is king" has been beaten to death. You know you need to be posting. You know you need a blog, a YouTube channel, a presence on Instagram. But who has the time? You're juggling escrows, showing properties, and negotiating deals. Your highest and best use is not staring at a blinking cursor on a blank screen, trying to think of another way to say curb appeal. The biggest lie we've been told in this industry is that to build a personal brand, you have to become a full-time writer, videographer, and social media manager on top of being an elite agent. It's a recipe for burnout. So you have two terrible options. Option 1, you do nothing. You post sporadically, your blog from 2018 has digital cobwebs, and your online presence screams, "I'm too busy," which clients interpret as, "They're not successful." Option 2, you hire a marketing agency for thousands of dollars a month to create generic, soulless content that sounds like it was written for any agent in any city. 3 tips for staging your home. Groundbreaking. But what if there was a third option? What if you could have a brilliant 24/7 marketing intern who never sleeps, never gets writer's block, and is an expert on every single neighborhood in your city? An intern that could generate 100 hyperlocal, client-attracting content ideas in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee. That's the AI content creator. It's not about replacing you. It's about amplifying you. It's about taking your unique expertise, your voice, and your market knowledge, and scaling it to a level you never thought possible. Let's break down how this actually works. It starts with the most paralyzing part of content creation, the idea. Instead of asking your AI, "Give me blog ideas for real estate," which is lazy and will give you generic results, you get specific. You treat it like that brilliant intern. You say, "I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, specializing in helping young tech professionals move from California. Give me 20 YouTube video ideas that would address their specific pain points and desires." Instantly, you get a list. The true cost of living in Austin versus San Francisco. A line-by-line breakdown. Top 5 Austin neighborhoods with the fastest internet and best coffee shops. From Silicon Valley to Silicon Hills. A relocation guide for techies. Why Austin's property taxes aren't as scary as you think. These aren't generic ideas. These are client-attracting magnets. Each title speaks directly to a specific person with a specific problem you can solve. Okay, so you have the idea. Now what? The blank page. This is where most agents give up. But with an AI content creator, you don't start from scratch. You pick a title, let's say, Top 5 Austin Neighborhoods for Techies, and you give the AI another command. Write a 1,200-word blog post on this topic. Structure it with an introduction, a section for each of the 5 neighborhoods, and a conclusion. For each neighborhood, include details on average home price, commute time to major tech campuses like Oracle and Tesla, and mention one unique local spot. The AI gets to work. It pulls data, structures the article, and in less than 2 minutes you have a complete first draft. Is it perfect? No. Will it win a Pulitzer? Absolutely not. But the hardest part, the research, the structure, the sheer effort of getting words on the page is done. Your job transforms from being a frustrated creator to a powerful editor. You're no longer a writer. You're a conductor, orchestrating the information. Now you sprinkle in your magic. This is where you avoid the robotic content trap. The AI wrote, "The Zilker neighborhood is popular for its proximity to Zilker Park." You change that to, "If you've ever wanted to finish a Zoom call and be at Barton Springs Pool in 10 minutes flat, Zilker is your spot." I just sold a bungalow here to a programmer from Google, and the first thing he did was buy a paddleboard. That's the lifestyle we're talking about. You see the difference? The AI built the house, but you are the interior designer. You add the stories, the personality, the hyper-local flavor that only you possess. You're spending 20% of the time for 100% of the credit, and the final product is more valuable because it combines machine-level efficiency with your human-level expertise. But here is where it enters a completely different dimension. This is the secret that the top 1% of creator agents are using. It's called content repurposing or content atomization. You don't just create one blog post. That's amateur hour. With AI, you take that 1,200-word blog post and you explode it into an entire month's worth of marketing. You feed the blog post back into the AI and give it a series of commands. Turn this blog post into a script for a 5-minute YouTube video. Done. Summarize the 5 key takeaways from this post for a Twitter thread. Done. Write 5 engaging Instagram captions, 1 for each neighborhood mentioned, and suggest an image for each. Done. Turn the main points into a compelling email newsletter to my client list with the subject line "Moving to Austin?" Don't pick a neighborhood until you read this. Done. Create a script for a 60-second TikTok video highlighting the #1 neighborhood on the list. Done. In a single afternoon from one core idea, you have generated a blog post, a YouTube script, a Twitter thread, 5 Instagram posts, a newsletter, and a TikTok video. You are now officially everywhere. You are the omnipresent local authority. A potential client looking to move to Austin Google's best neighborhoods. They find your blog. They go on YouTube, the algorithm serves them your video. They scroll Instagram and a post about Zilker from you pops up. They are surrounded by your value. Who do you think they're going to call when they're ready to buy? The agent who's invisible, or the one who has expertly guided their entire research journey? Think of Sarah, an agent in Scottsdale, Arizona. For years she struggled. She'd spend a whole Saturday trying to write one blog post, get frustrated and give up. Her online presence was a ghost town. Then she adopted this system. She started by using an AI to brainstorm content around her niche, luxury golf course properties. She created a pillar piece of content, the definitive guide to Scottsdale's top 5 golf communities. The AI drafted it in minutes. Sarah spent an hour adding her personal stories about each club, her insights on the membership, the secret benefits of each location. Then she atomized it. The AI turned the guide into a video script. It created social posts comparing the greens at Silverleaf versus Estancia. It wrote an email about a new listing in a golf community that linked back to the guide. Within 3 months, she wasn't just another agent. She was the Scottsdale golf property expert. Her web traffic tripled. But more importantly, she got a call. A CEO from Chicago who was a golf fanatic had read her blog, seen her videos, and felt like he already knew her. He said, "You clearly know more about these communities than anyone else." He flew in the next weekend. She sold him a $3.5 million home. That one commission paid for a lifetime supply of AI software. This isn't about being fake. It's about being strategic. It's about understanding that your expertise is trapped in your head, and AI is the most efficient key ever invented to unlock it and share it with the world. You have the knowledge. The AI provides the leverage. It's the difference between digging a foundation with a shovel versus using an excavator. Both get the job done, but one allows you to build a skyscraper. Now you have this incredible engine, pumping out high-value, client-attracting content across every platform. You've established yourself as the go-to authority in your market. But creating the content is only half the battle. How do you make sure the right people, the ones who are actually ready to transact, see it? How do you take all this newfound attention and systematically convert it into qualified appointments in your calendar? Because a million views are worthless if they don't lead to a single closing. That requires another layer of machine intelligence. A system designed to put your perfect content in front of your perfect client, at the perfect time, for pennies on the dollar. This isn't about simply boosting a post on Facebook. We've all been there. You spend $50, you target a 3-mile radius around your office, you click on interests like Zillow or newly married, and you cross your fingers. That's not marketing. That's playing the lottery with your hard-earned commission. It's the digital equivalent of blanketing a whole neighborhood with flyers, knowing that 99.9% of them will end up in the recycling bin without a second glance. You're paying to reach thousands of people who have absolutely zero intention of moving, just to maybe, possibly, get in front of one or two who are vaguely thinking about it. That's why your cost per lead is so high and the quality of those leads is so low. You're fishing with a giant, expensive net in the middle of the ocean, hoping a specific type of salmon just happens to swim into it. AI marketing flips that entire model on its head. It doesn't use a net. It uses a heat-seeking missile. It's not about where people live. It's about what they do. It's about identifying the digital breadcrumbs people leave behind in the weeks and months before they even realize they're ready to move. Think about it. What does someone do before they decide to buy a house? They don't just wake up one morning and call a realtor. The journey starts much, much earlier. Maybe they start browsing mortgage calculators online. Maybe they spend a little more time on sites like greatschools.org, checking district ratings. Perhaps their Pinterest board suddenly has a lot more dream kitchen ideas than it used to. They might start following moving companies or interior designers on Instagram. They might be searching Google for best neighborhoods for young families in Denver, or how to upsize from a condo to a house. Individually, these are just tiny, insignificant data points. But when an AI sees thousands of these signals from millions of users, it starts to recognize a pattern, a digital signature. It learns to identify the distinct, almost invisible behavioral fingerprint of a future home buyer or seller. It can analyze anonymized, aggregated data, public records, browsing habits, social media activity, purchase history, and say with a startling degree of accuracy, this household right here has a 75% probability of listing their home in the next 90 days. This is the seismic shift. We are moving from demographic targeting, which is basically a slightly educated guess, to predictive behavioral targeting. You're no longer interrupting people who fit a vague profile. You are placing your message directly in the path of people who are on the verge of meeting you, before they've even typed realtor near me into Google. You get to be the first agent they see, the first name they remember, because you showed up with the right message right as the need was forming in their mind. You're not just joining the conversation, you're starting it. Now the platforms we all use, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, and Google, have incredibly powerful machine learning algorithms built into their ad systems. But most agents are using them like a Ferrari to go get groceries. They never get out of first gear. The real power is unlocked when you feed these platforms a higher quality of fuel. Instead of just telling Facebook to find people interested in real estate, you can use specialized AI tools to build a custom audience of, say, 10,000 people in your county who are exhibiting the top 5% of pre-mover signals. You upload that list. Now you tell Facebook's AI, this is what my perfect client looks like. Go find me a million more people who behave exactly like them. This is called a lookalike audience, and when it's built on a foundation of predictive data, it's the most powerful tool in digital marketing. Period. Your ad dollars are no longer being wasted on the masses. They are laser-focused on individuals who are statistically primed to become your next client. But it gets even better, because the AI doesn't stop at just finding the people. It then figures out the perfect way to talk to them. This is a concept called dynamic creative optimization. Let's imagine you're a realtor in Austin, Texas, and you've just created that great video we talked about. The top 5 mistakes first-time homebuyers make in Austin. You've used AI to identify a lookalike audience of 50,000 potential first-time buyers in the area. Instead of creating one ad, you give the AI 5 different video thumbnails, 5 different headlines, and 5 different opening lines of text. That's 125 possible combinations. An old-school marketer would have to run 125 different ads to see which one works best. It would take months and cost a fortune. The AI does it in hours automatically. It will show a 28-year-old tech worker a version of the ad with a headline about escaping rent forever. It will show a 34-year-old married couple an ad with a thumbnail of a family-friendly backyard and a headline about finding your forever home before interest rates rise. The AI will run thousands of these microtests in real time, constantly analyzing click-through rates, watch times, and lead form submissions. Within a day, it figures out the absolute winning combination of image, headline, and text for every single microsegment of your audience. It then automatically reallocates your entire budget to those winning ads, turning off the losers. This is how you dominate a market. While your competitors are arguing about which photo to use on their new billboard, your AI is self-optimizing a campaign that's personally tailored to every single potential client it reaches. It's a completely unfair advantage. This is how you get to pennies on the dollar. Because your ad spend is hyper-efficient. Let's say your competitor spends $1,000 on a generic Zillow interest campaign. They might get 100 leads. Of those, maybe 95 are just curious tire kickers for working with another agent and one is a maybe. They spent $1,000 for one lukewarm conversation. You spend that same $1,000 on an AI-powered predictive audience with dynamic creative. You might only get 20 leads. But every single one of those leads is a high-intent individual who has been algorithmically identified as being ready to move. They've been served an ad that was scientifically optimized to resonate with them personally. Out of those 20 leads, you have 15 real conversations, book 5 appointments, and land 2 new clients. Your competitor paid $1,000 for a headache. You paid $500 per closing. Who won? This is the system. This is the machine. You use AI to ideate and create the perfect content. Then you use AI to predict and locate the perfect audience. And finally, you use AI to test and deliver the perfect message. It's a fully integrated, intelligent client acquisition engine. But getting the lead is only half the battle. In fact, it's the easiest part. Now that you have this stream of high-quality, high-intent leads coming in, what do you do with them? Because the biggest sin in real estate is generating a great lead and then letting it die on the vine due to slow, generic, or inconsistent follow-up. These AI-generated leads are gold, but they still need to be nurtured. And if you think you're going to do that manually, you're bringing a knife to a gunfight. The follow-up system needs to be just as smart, just as personalized, and just as automated as the system that found them. So now you have this list, a golden list of homeowners pinpointed by AI, who are more likely to sell in the next 6 to 12 months than anyone else in your market. This is the moment where 99% of agents fail. They get the lead and they completely fumble the relationship. Because what do? They drop them into the same tired, generic email drip campaign they've been using since 2015. The one that starts with thinking of selling and ends with a recipe for pumpkin spice lattes in the fall. It's a digital graveyard. A place where hot leads go to die a slow, cold death of irrelevance. This is where the second AI revolution begins. Not in finding the lead, but in forging the relationship. You need an AI-powered nurturing system that acts as your digital twin, an extension of your brain that remembers every detail, anticipates every need, and communicates with the perfect message at the perfect time, for hundreds of people at once. Think about the mental bandwidth it takes to truly nurture just 10 clients. You have to remember Sarah is downsizing now that the kids are in college, but she absolutely needs a first-floor master bedroom. You have to remember that Mark and David are first-time buyers, terrified of the process, and obsessed with school districts for the kids they plan to have in 3 years. Now multiply that by 200. It's impossible for a human. But for an AI, it's just Tuesday. Your old CRM is a glorified Rolodex. It's a dead database. The new breed of AI-powered CRMs are living, breathing ecosystems. They don't just store information, they act on it. The first piece of this is dynamic lead scoring. The old way was to assign a lead a score when they came in. Okay, they filled out a form, they're a 7 out of 10. And that score never changes. It's a snapshot in time. AI doesn't take snapshots. It records the entire movie. A lead's score changes in real time with every single action they take. Let's say a lead, we'll call him Kevin, comes into your system. Initially, he's a 6 out of 10. He downloaded a generic seller's guide. Good but not great. Your old system would send him a generic email once a week. But your AI system is watching. 2 weeks go by, nothing. Then on a Wednesday night, Kevin comes back to your website. He clicks on your blog post, the top 3 renovations that boost home value in your city. His score just ticked up to a 7. He then uses your mortgage calculator to see what he could afford for a new home. Boom, he's an 8. He then spends 10 minutes looking at 3 specific listings, all 4-bedroom colonials in the same school district. The AI turns his score up to a 9.5 and immediately sends you a notification directly to your phone. Kevin is a high-priority lead. He is showing strong intent and is interested in 4-bedroom colonials in the Northwood district. Suggest calling in the next 24 hours. You see the difference? You're not guessing who to call. You're not wasting time on cold leads. The AI is serving you up the hottest, most engaged prospects on a silver platter, telling you not just who to call, but what to talk about. You can call Kevin and say, "Hey Kevin, I was just putting together some information on homes in the Northwood district, and your name came to mind. It's a fantastic area, especially if you're looking for a classic colonial. Is that the style you're leaning towards? You sound like a mind reader. You sound like an expert who is perfectly in tune with his needs. You haven't been creepy. You've just been paying attention, with the help of your digital co-pilot. But it gets even deeper. The real magic is in behavior-based automation. Your old drip campaign is time-based. Send email 1 on day 1. Send email 2 on day 5. It doesn't matter what the lead does. It's dumb. AI nurturing is behavior-based. The lead's actions trigger the system's reactions. Imagine that same lead, Kevin, looked at those 3 colonial homes. The AI doesn't just tell you to call. It can simultaneously and instantly execute a multi-channel follow-up. It can generate and send a personalized email that says, "Hi Kevin. I saw you were looking at a few homes in Northwood. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods. I've attached a detailed market report for that specific area from the last 30 days. You'll notice that homes like the ones on Maple Street and Oak Avenue are selling about 8% faster than the city average. Let me know if you'd like me to set up a custom search for you." The market report it attached? The AI generated it on the fly, pulling the latest MLS data for just that zip code. Simultaneously, the AI can add Kevin to a specific audience for a Facebook ad. So later that night, when Kevin is scrolling through his phone, he sees a video of you. Not a generic ad, but a targeted one where you're talking about the 3 best features of the Northwood community. The system has created a surround sound experience of value, all triggered by a few clicks from the client, and all executed automatically while you were out showing properties. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds cold. Sounds robotic. Real estate is a people business. And you are 100% right. This is not about replacing you. This is about amplifying you. The AI is your intern, your assistant, your marketing director, and your data analyst all rolled into one. It handles the 80% of the work that is repetitive, data-driven, and frankly impossible to do at scale. Does the research. It drafts the emails. Crunches the numbers. It remembers that Kevin has a golden retriever named Max because he mentioned it on the intake form. So when the AI drafts that email, it might suggest a PS that says, "PS. The park near the Maple Street house has a fantastic dog run Max would love." Now, you can edit that, you can approve it, you can add your own voice. But the AI did the heavy lifting. It teed up the perfect, personalized touchpoint. This frees up your time and your mental energy to do the 20% that only a human can do. To build genuine rapport. To listen with empathy. To negotiate like a shark. To navigate the emotional roller coaster of a transaction. The AI sets the perfect stage. You deliver the show-stopping performance. It's not about replacing your authenticity. It's about weaponizing it, allowing you to deploy it with surgical precision on the people who are ready to hear from you right now. Think of it like this. The old-school agent is a lone wolf, trying to hunt in a massive forest with a single rifle. They might get lucky and bag a deal every now and then. The AI-powered agent is the commander in a high-tech control room. They have heat-sensing drones in the air identifying targets. They have automated systems building relationships. They have real-time data telling them exactly where to focus their energy. They aren't just hunting. They are orchestrating the entire ecosystem. So you've used AI to identify the perfect potential client. You've used an automated, intelligent system to nurture them from a cold lead into a warm, engaged prospect who feels like you've been reading their mind. They trust you. They see you as the undisputed expert. They're finally ready to have a real conversation. But what happens next? What happens when you actually get them on the phone, on a Zoom call, or sitting across from them at their kitchen table? Can AI help you there? Can it help you say the right thing, present the right data, and handle objections to close the deal? Because all this work is for nothing if you can't convert. The final step is moving from automated nurture to active conversion. And that's where we're going next. Using AI as your real-time co-pilot during the most critical moments of the sales process itself. Imagine you're on a call with a high-value lead. They're on the fence. They're asking tough questions about market timing, interest rates, and a specific neighborhood's long-term value. Normally, you'd rely on memory, experience, and maybe a frantic search on your computer. But with an AI co-pilot, the game changes completely. As they speak, a tool transcribes their words in real time on your screen. More than that, it analyzes their sentiment. It flags keywords like concerned about schools or nervous about the mortgage. And here's the magic. As the AI identifies these key points, It instantly pulls up relevant data and talking points for you. The client mentions the school district. A card pops up on your screen with the latest ratings, student-teacher ratios, and a recent positive news article about the high school's robotics team. They express anxiety about their monthly payment. The AI surfaces a link to a preferred lender's new first-time buyer program and suggests a script to introduce it empathetically. I understand that's a major concern, and many of my clients feel the same way. One thing we could explore is, this isn't about the AI talking for you. It's about the AI empowering you to be the most informed, prepared, and confident version of yourself in the exact moment it matters most. It's your real-time research assistant, your sentiment analyst, and your strategic advisor, all working silently in the background so you can focus on the most important thing, the human connection with your client. You're not fumbling for answers, you're delivering precise, value-packed insights instantly. You're not just answering questions, you're proactively addressing unspoken fears the AI has helped you identify. This transforms a standard sales call into a masterclass in client service. This co-pilot capability extends far beyond live phone calls. Think about the most difficult emails and texts you have to write. The ones you stare at, typing and deleting, trying to find the perfect words. Negotiating a repair request after a tough inspection. Responding to a lowball offer without alienating the buyer's agent. Gently telling a seller that their price expectation is out of line with the market. These are moments where a single wrong phrase can derail a deal. Now, instead of agonizing, you feed the context into your AI. You paste the buyer's agent's email and add a prompt. Draft a professional, firm, yet collaborative response to this repair request. My client is willing to fix the electrical issue but not the cosmetic ones. Emphasize the home is priced accordingly, and we want to work towards a smooth closing for everyone. Within seconds, the AI generates a beautifully crafted draft. It uses language that is persuasive, not aggressive. It frames the negotiation as a partnership. It protects your client's interests while preserving the relationship with the other agent. Your job is to then take that 95% perfect draft, inject your personal voice, and hit send in 2 minutes instead of 30. This isn't just about saving time. It's about deploying elite-level communication skills consistently across every single interaction. It's your 24/7 communications director, ensuring you always sound like the seasoned, top-producing expert you are, even at 10 p.m. when you're exhausted and just want to close the deal. The speed and quality of your responses will set you apart, building trust and demonstrating a level of professionalism that turns clients into lifelong advocates. But the co-pilot's role evolves even further, from communication assistant to strategic analyst, especially during the high-stakes game of negotiation. This is where data-driven decisions separate the average agent from the elite. An offer comes in. It's not just a price. It's a web of contingencies, closing dates, and specific terms. You can feed this entire offer into an AI model. The AI doesn't just see the numbers. It cross-references the offer against your hyperlocal, real-time market data that we've been building throughout this entire process. It analyzes recent sales, average days on market for similar properties, and even the historical negotiation patterns of the buyer's agent, if that data is available. It then provides you with a strategic analysis. It might say, this offer is 3% below comps, but the all-cash term and quick close date carry a value of approximately 1.5%. The market is cooling by 0.5% week over week. Recommended counter. Accept the terms but counter at X price, which represents the true market value. You are no longer just going with your gut. You are walking into every negotiation armed with a data-backed strategy. When you present the counteroffer to your client, you can say with absolute confidence, here is the data that supports our position. This is not an emotional decision. It's a strategic one designed to get you the absolute best outcome. This elevates your role from a salesperson to a trusted financial advisor for what is likely the biggest transaction of your client's life. The AI becomes your secret weapon, your quantitative analyst that ensures you and your clients are always 3 steps ahead. So let's put all the pieces together. We started this journey by using AI to clone your voice and scale your personal brand, creating content that built authority while you slept. Then we used AI to identify your perfect client avatar and find them with laser precision online, turning the vastness of the internet into your personal lead generation pond. We built an automated nurture system that engaged those leads with personalized, valuable information, building trust at scale. And now, in the final mile, We've brought in an AI co-pilot to help you convert those nurtured leads with superhuman insight and efficiency. What we've built is not a system to replace you. It's a system to unleash you. The AI-powered realtor is not a robot. They are a human who has successfully automated the 80% of the job that is repetitive, time-consuming, and draining: the cold prospecting, the data entry, the endless content creation, the tedious follow-up. By delegating that work to their AI systems, they have freed up their time, their energy, and their mental space to focus on the 20% of the job that truly matters, the parts that only a human can do. They spend their days building deep relationships. They are present, focused, and fully prepared for every client interaction. They are in their community, meeting people, providing value face-to-face. They are creative problem solvers, expert negotiators, and empathetic guides through a stressful process. The AI handles the science of lead generation and data analysis so they can master the art of the deal and the human connection. This isn't a future that's coming in 10 years. This is a reality that top producers are building for themselves right now. The tools are here. The strategies are clear. The only question left is, what will you do with them? You've just sat through a masterclass on the future of your profession. But knowledge without action is just entertainment. If you walk away from this and do nothing, then this was just an interesting video. But if you take one thing, just one, and apply it this week, you will have started a process that can fundamentally change the trajectory of your business. Maybe it's using an AI to write one blog post. Maybe it's setting up that automated email responder. Maybe it's just trying out a prompt in ChatGPT to rephrase a difficult text message. Don't try to do everything at once. That's a recipe for overwhelm. Pick one small, manageable step and commit to it. Because the gap between the average agent and the top 1% is going to widen faster than ever before. And the dividing line will be the strategic adoption of these new technologies. The choice of which side of that line you want to be on is entirely up to you. The future is not about being replaced by AI. It's about being replaced by a realtor who uses AI. Go build your future.